What I want to know with a round 2 BBL is, why are patients here for a round 2? Are they not happy with their first round? Is there something they want to change? Do they like their first round but they just want more volume?
Behind the mask, the more you know, the better you look. Behind the mask, the more you know, the better you look. Behind the mask.
She's got a really nice body and a nice shape, and she's got some good volume in her butt. But what she pointed out, and she said, she's like, I didn't have these before surgery, and I don't like these, and I want to fill my hip dips in. But she actually did have these before surgery. These aren't something you really can create. And I love doing a second round BBL like this because she didn't have any lipo in the key area. So not everyone lipos in the key area. So this is the key area here. So in my opinion, and what I like to do is, obviously I'm going to do lipo all throughout her back, but this is going to be just new, fresh fat. And when I take that fat down, it's automatically going to make her hip dip look better, and it's going to round her butt. You see how her butt is like a little bit square now because of this fat deposit in the key area. So I'm going to remove this, and the first place I'm going to put it is in her hip. And then I'm going to backfill all of that and give her more volume, and then blend that to her leg. So, you know, I've talked about this like a million times, but it's so important to me is if you just look at this line, and as the line comes up her leg, you can see she's got like a little bit fat here, which is really nice. We're going to use this fat, and it starts coming out, but then it goes in with the hip dip, and it goes in and it's flat, and then it comes out for the key area. So that line comes out, goes in, comes out, goes in. And that's the OG. That we don't want that OG to be like a little, you know, bumpy squiggle. We want this line to be smooth. So we want it to come up here, start coming out where she's got a little bit of fat here. We want it to now come out through the hip dip when we fill that in, and then we want it to start going in until we get all the way up to her upper back. This is the concave part of the OG, and then this is going to be the convex part. And so it's those two lines that go together that give women a really pretty shape with a nice hip. So round 2 BBLs, when patients haven't had any lipo to the key area, are absolutely my favorite, because we usually get a really good result by removing this fat and placing it into the hip dip. Okay, so we finished here. This looks really nice. So now that key area is gone. Remember, she had that big fatty deposit there in the key area that wasn't lipoed in her first BBL. So now that key area is gone, and look at what it does. It just sets up the roundness of the butt. Comes through the key area, that's where the rounding starts. And then here's where we filled in her hip dip. So she's all filled. This is as much as I can get in this area. So that's coming in, that's nice and round. And then that's blending into this fatty deposit. Remember this little fatty deposit that she had here, which we really like? That blends in there, and that comes into her leg, and I put a little bit of it in her leg. It's a little bit short of fat because she was around 2, and I didn't have as much fat as I normally do in around 1, but I was still able to blend a little bit into the leg. Probably if it was around 1, I'd blend a little bit more. But still able to get this line. That is the whole point of doing this. So she's nice and full here. She ended up getting more volume. She looks really good. I like her volume, I like her projection, I like her shape, everything about it. So I'm gonna give this a A+ on a round 2. That's it. That's why I call it the key area, because to me it's so vital to round the butt and give that really nice shape.